We got a real special treat coming up here. I don't know if any of you have, what are those little things called? Kids?
13-year-old.
Oh my God, she's actually a kid expert. And teenager expert, she's all that stuff. So she brings another unique perspective, as all of our people here today do. So, we're going to get a little bit from Wendy here. Her instruction on life coaching.
Thank you, David.
Great life coach, by the way.
Thank you,
She's
David.
my life coach.
Welcome this morning, everyone. My name is Wendy Johnson. I got to figure this out. There we go. And kid expert. So we'll start with that. I did childcare for 22 years out of my home. I was a licensed childcare provider in Olympia area. And I moved from that into life coaching. And I am a certified law of attraction life coach. I do hypnotherapy. I'm a Reiki master. And I love to try on new modalities. I love to learn new things. And I'm open to learning new things with all of you. But today we're here, and in your packet you have a handout that's stapled together. LOA, Life Coach. LOA is Law of Attraction. And so we're going to just kind of go through this, and it's kind of a fill-in-the-blank thing, because by now we're the third talk in, and we're getting kind of tired of just sitting here and listening. Even though it's all really great information, it gives you something more to do and a little bit of help on focusing. I always need help focusing. So, law of attraction. What is the law of attraction? Or also, like I said, it's referred to as LOA. So according to Wikipedia, it is a belief that positive or negative thoughts brings positive or negative experiences. So in our first blank, the word will be experiences into a person's life. The belief is based on people and their thoughts. They are made from pure energy. And that a process of like energy attracting like energy exists, through which a person can improve their health, wealth, and personal relationships. Whoops. I was behind. So the law of attraction manifests through the power of creation. Everywhere and in many ways. Even the law of gravity is part of the law of attraction. This law attracts thoughts, ideas, people, situations, and circumstances. When thinking of questions about how the law of attraction works, people commonly assume that they can make it work at specific times or do something to bring it into their lives. What you need to understand is that the law of attraction is constantly working. It is influencing everything you do and experience throughout every day. So it makes more sense to think about the law of attraction. Think about how you can harness the power of the law of attraction, directing the associated energy in ways that allow you to get what you want. And according to Esther and Jerry Hicks, we got the right one, book, Ask and It Is Given. Have any of you heard of that book? Have you read it? It's a great book, by the way. Has a lot of great tools in it to use in your coaching. And we're going to talk about one today. It's in your packet. It's called the focus wheel process. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. And so you might see the powerful law of attraction as a sort of a universal manager that sees to it that all thoughts that match one another line up. You understand it's fundamental when you turn on your radio and you deliberately tune your receiver to match a signal from a broadcasting tower. You do not expect to hear music that is being broadcast on the radio frequency 101 FM to be received on your tuner that is tuned to 95.1 FM. You understand that radio frequencies must match, and the law of attraction agrees with that. That's kind of a scientific side of it. So as your clients' experiences cause them to launch vibrational rockets of desire, you must then help them find ways to hold themselves consistently in vibrational harmony with those desires in order to receive their manifestations. Oh, I'm ahead of myself. So, as I just talked about, we're going to look at one of Abraham's processes, and it's called the focus wheel. We're going to, but first thing we will do is we're going to talk about when to use this exercise or process. So in doing that, there we go, when to use this exercise or process. When you realize that yours or your client's current vibrational point of attraction is not where you want it to be. So if you're trying to move some feelings and emotions. When you're aware that you are feeling negative emotions about something that is important, and you want to find a way of feeling positive emotions instead. When something has happened that is not your liking, and you want to think about it while it is on your mind and change your point of attraction so that it does not happen again. So when you're reaching for a feeling of relief, so if you're looking for some relief with something, this is a great process to use. The focus wheel exercise will be the most beneficial to you when your emotional set point is ranging somewhere between an 8, which is boredom, and 17, which is anger. So in your handouts, I've also given you what's called an emotional guidance scale. This can help you and your clients determine your set point, as well as the progress you make when you are working to change your vibration. I find it really helpful to check in at the very beginning of every session that I do. And then I check in again at the end of the session with my clients, or when I'm doing work with myself. And I ask them where they think they are on the scale of 1 to 10. And I also ask them at the same time for an emotion that accompanies that number, because not everybody's heard of the emotional guidance scale. So what they say to you, they might tell you, oh, I'm a 1 today. I'm so happy. And you're like, wait a minute. So then that gives you the opportunity to dive into where they feel they are. Or if you have an emotional guidance scale handy, and you're one-on-one, face-to-face, you can hand them the scale and say, hey, where do you think you are on this today? You know, talk to me about it. Tell me where you think you are. So that helps me to determine where their actual set point is. Then at the end of our session, I revisit it, and the idea is to move down the scale. Any movement is improvement. It is just a way to track to know where your client is. No movement is okay. Sometimes we have to walk away for the movement to happen. An amazing source I use, you know what, that could be, there's our emotional guidance scale. I'm getting behind. There we go.
There's one of those scales in the packet too, correct?
Yes, there is. Yeah, and it's the second to the last page, actually. So another amazing source I use is the essence of the Abraham material, which is the basis of working with the law of attraction. And then I have a reference in here for you. First basis, the basis of your life is freedom. The purpose of your life is joy. Second, you are a creator. You create with your every thought. Anything that you can imagine is yours to be, to do, or have. As you are choosing your thoughts, your emotions are guiding you. The universe adores you, for it knows your broadest intentions. Actions to be taken and possessions to be exchanged are byproducts of your focus on joy. So it is not necessary for even one other person to understand the laws of the universe or the processes that we are offering in order for you to have a wonderful, happy, and productive life experience. For you are the attractor of your experience, just you. And as we go through life experiences, we often adopt beliefs that hold us at a vibrational pattern that do not allow us to receive what we truly desire. The point that, oh, but it really is true. Remember, what we think about comes about. So the only way this could be true is someone was giving attention to it in some way. Just because someone else has created their truth does not mean that it has any relationship to you or what you create. In your attempt to keep track of the events in your timeline, you often, make sure I'm here, okay. I lost my place. Okay, so in your attempt to keep track of the events in your timeline, you often, without even knowing you are doing it, hold yourself in vibrational patterns. There's a glare from my side, so I can't read it. That makes it assured that you will confirm the truth with your own life experience. This is not because it is an undeniable truth. It is because in the attention given to it, you have achieved vibrational harmony with it. With that being said, the law of attraction brings matching experiences to you. There are many things, I can't read this one. There are many things that are true that you do desire, and there are many things that are true that you do not desire. By giving your attention to the things you do desire, you can make those wonderful things truth in your life experience. You can deliberately guide your thoughts to those that feel good. Some of our guided thought patterns are extremely beneficial to us. Others, however, not so much. They can actually do more damage, keeping us on that hamster wheel going round and round in the same old negative pattern. This focus, let me see. Yeah, there we go. Can see that one. This focus wheel is a great tool to be used, assisting in changing those vibrational patterns on those subjects that are not benefiting you. You can literally practice your thoughts into a better feeling place. Therefore, into a better point of attraction. So the next one is how often. The recommendation is to spend about 15 to 20 minutes with this process. Anytime you feel strong negative emotions about something that has happened, or anytime you wish to improve your feelings of clarity, anytime you become keenly aware of something that you do not want. So you all have a focus wheel in your packet. I'll encourage you all to pull that out. And kind of take a look at it. So as we go through the next couple paragraphs, I do believe I'm going to kind of just guide you how I would a client, so you know how it's done. But when we actually go through and practice this, we're going to use a specific topic, and we're going to use the topic of taxes. But I'll get to that in a few minutes, because we all have that in our life, right? And we all have an emotion about it. It's all good.
Tax preparer, and I'm not at work right now.
That's funny.
So.
Well, we brought it with you. Okay, so first thing I do is I would have you close your eyes for a moment and turn your attention to whatever you're feeling negative emotions about. Okay, so this is what you would do with your client. You would have them go inward and find what it is that they're feeling negative emotions about, and identify exactly what it is that you don't want. So you want to identify what you do not want. Now, I want you to say to yourself, well, I certainly know what I don't want, so what is it that I really do want? Okay? It is important to try and identify what you do not want as well as what you do want in terms of how you want to feel about it, because that'll help you figure out how you want to feel about it. For example, I feel fat. I want to feel slender. I feel unloved. I want to feel loved. I feel deceived. I want to feel honored. I feel powerless. I want to feel power. I feel sick. I want to feel well. I want to feel healthy. So, we are going to write statements around the outside edge of the large circle inside the pie shapes. They look like this. These statements need to match what it is that you do want. When you find a statement that is a close enough match, you will know it, and then you will feel it. So you're going to know it and you're going to feel it. Especially if you're empathic, you get those feelings going, you know. Otherwise, it will feel off and not like a vibrational match. And that's what we call going off in the bushes. You know, kind of like if we're talking about taxes, would we want to put on there, hey, I love taxes. I love paying the government. Does that feel really good? Probably not. That's going to throw us off in the bushes, right? Okay, so the focus wheel process is very effective because the statements you are writing are those that you have deliberately chosen. So they're a conscious choice. They are statements that you already believe that match your desire. So when you hold a thought for as little as 17 seconds, another thought like it will join it. As those thoughts come together, there is a combustion that occurs that makes your thoughts even more powerful. When we make a general statement, we are more likely to be pure in our thought than when we make a specific statement. So the power of the focus wheel is that you are making general statements that you already believe. And as you hold each one of them for 17 seconds, it gives you the opportunity to offer a pure vibration that is more and more specific to the desires that you have. So, as I said before, we're going to do this as an example, and the subject is going to be our taxes. So in the little center circle, mine looks like this, it's all written all over. Right in this little center circle, we're going to write our taxes, or my taxes, or something about taxes. Because this is something we need to complete, right? We all do. And then I have a list here of different statements. So I'm going to read them, and as I read them, maybe you all can comment whether you think we're off in the bushes, or maybe that would go in one of our little circles, pie circles. Okay? See if we can make sure we understand how this works as an emotion. The one like I used earlier, I'm enjoying doing my taxes. How does that one fit? Does that fit? Do we enjoy doing our taxes? You might. But the reality of this is, I don't enjoy doing any kind of book work, so this is not going to be fun for me. But for somebody that really enjoys doing book work and things like that, they might get some joy out of this. So this is going to be a different answer for each one of us. This is why we need to go within to get our answers. Okay, so the next one, I just think it is a wonderful thing that the government takes my money and squanders it. So we want to put that in the circle, or think that's off in the bushes?
That's off in the bushes.
I think it's so. I like to be on top of my life. That one feels good. I like to be on top of my life. And if that means I have to get my taxes done, I might be able to do that. So I think I would put that in one of my little pies. It feels good to meet my commitments. I like it when I do things in a timely fashion. I love the feeling of being organized. I love the feeling of order and organization in my life. It's kind of the same. I imagine that there are a whole lot of people who have felt like I am feeling, who now have this thing handled. Yeah. Well, for some people, that is going to be off in the bushes because it's kind of a comparative thing. But for some other people, it might bring them some comfort. Hey, if they did it, I can do it too.
I took it as instruction, like handle it.
See?
Yeah. Get confidence and just go in there and do it.
Right. So
that you just don't feel alone.
see? Yeah. See, each one is, we all take them differently. It's how it affects us emotionally, internally. So, with the IRS system, while the IRS system is not perfect, it is a mechanism through which our government runs. There again, some of us may like that one, some of us might be thrown off in the bushes. Every year, I am getting better at this. We'll be perfect the last time we do it, right? I am managing things more comfortably. I'll find ways to make it more comfortable. You got my number. My taxes are a good incentive to help me sort of get organized and figure things out. Okay, so you may have them all filled in, you may not, but at this point, we're going to move forward to the shift. So, we've not solved anything yet. Nothing has really changed. You still have your taxes to do. However, the thing you most need to understand is that you're in a different place. You're in a different place right now than you were before. We did that little exercise. Clarity will come to you and your clients more easily than before this process. Memories will also come more easily than before. Remember, we're to hold each one of those thoughts for 17 seconds. So memories will also come more easily than before. You may suddenly remember where you put something. Those scattered pieces of paper. Oh, where you might have hid a handful of receipts that you need to enter. Things like that. All the pieces of information that you have scattered here and there are coming together in your mind, in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will begin to feed you in a consistent way, in a way that did not happen before. You took those few minutes to align your energies with your desires. So we aligned our energy with our desires. By applying this simple yet powerful focus wheel process to a variety of subjects as they come up in your life as well as your clients, you can effectively improve your point of attraction regarding everything that is important to you or your client. You must get, oh, there we go. Oh, that one on the bottom didn't work out for good. So, clients and attraction. I skipped a slide. Okay. You must get excited about your own vibration. To be proud of the vibration you are radiating. And remember, others only have access to the vibration that you are offering them. If your vibration is in a place, even if the manifestation hasn't caught up with you, I think I missed a page. No, we're good. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So even if it has not caught up with you, you are offering a powerful, a wonderful example. What could be better for your clients than having a coach who can offer an example of a positive attitude under the same circumstances? Because that is exactly what you're asking of them. You're asking them to take that emotional journey along with you. And that is the conclusion of my presentation today. Does anybody have any questions?
On the first part, you went through the first 3 blanks so fast I didn't get them filled in.
So the first 3 are experiences, thoughts, and pure energy.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Yes, David?
17 seconds. You said to hold a thought for 17 seconds. What's that mean? What's the purpose of that?
You would ask me that. I do know the answer.
There's some scientific, 18 seconds is too much.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds so specific.
16 seconds is not quite enough.
So there's a science to it, and I don't remember in the moment. It's the time it takes for the. So once I don't want you to quote me on this.
Okay.
The one thought to meet the other, and then it creates something.
Momentum?
basically. It creates it gives it enough time for them to align for the next positive thought or whatever negative thought, because if you're thinking negatively, you're going to attract it the same way.
I just have to say, your point on using the taxes as an example, my dad died and I was behind on getting my taxes done by 3 years. And then he died and suddenly I had to do something, and I stopped in at the tax professional place. I mean, that's what it was called.
Right.
And Taxes of America or something. And I said, I feel so terrible. I just can't get this done. My dad just died and I gotta get this done. And she said, no problem. She says, I'm just gonna fill in the blanks. And that woman changed my life. She didn't say, oh, you're so bad.
Right.
I can't believe you did that. She was there to just help.
Right.
And it really makes a difference.
It does. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else? Well, thank you.